Hey everyone, it's Living Dead. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here to bring you another WOD playthrough. This time we're giving a look to a WOD called The Unending, and it's by Remilia Scarlet. This is from the Doomworld forums. Let's give it a look. As you can see, a bit of an emotional opening. And one thing I didn't mention a moment ago is that this WOD is actually recommended to be played on the source port called K8 Vavoom, which I know absolutely nothing about, but it supposedly supports some pretty advanced lighting features, and so I should expect us to be in for a nice visual treat. As you can see, we start off with a very nice atmospheric setting. And yes, that song that you're about to start hearing is the one that you think that it is. I'm loving this skybox, just kind of these moving clouds that dance across, and this architecture, this gothic architecture, highly reminiscent of Quake. Little lava moat and a nice guy up here hanging out. We do not start off with a pistol. We have a shotgun and a fist. Oh yeah. And that's what it is. Sign of Evil kicking in. Basically one of the best songs from the original Doom soundtrack, in my opinion. I gotta hand it, this is just some phenomenal lighting and texture work. I mean, it's not that there's anything spectacular about the way that the textures are used, but the textures themselves are very nice. And I am excited to get through this. Oh. Notice the super shotgun there in the middle. It's gonna probably take a moment to just grab that. Let's get this box of shells and let's get to work, buddy. Ooh. Bit of a performance hiccup in this room, but nothing too unmanageable. I'm sure there's ways to tweak that, but I am not great at figuring out the good exact settings to make source ports run very effectively. And I mean, I don't have like a super duper beefy rig, but I am running a 980 GTX and I have a fairly modern model i5, 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM. So nothing that should chug too bad, but ooh man. Alright, let's dissect for a moment. That was a nice little opening here, just some fun stuff to get us started. I note that we have some skags, I think they were called, from Quake 1. And that immediately makes me think of that, what the hell did I just do? Did I just open something? Or did somebody open something? Huh. It makes me think of that Quake-themed WOD that came out, well, I don't know when it came out, but I think it won a CACO award in like 2017. It's like a little mini episode that had a whole bunch of Quake-themed levels. It's like something Dimensions or something. I honestly don't even remember what it was called, but this looks to be very inspired by that, maybe. Oh, and yes, you can see I'm using mouse look. That is also recommended. It's not only recommended, it states in the thread that is expected that you use mouse look, so who am I to disagree with the WOD author? I didn't make this, they did. Man, bit of a famine in terms of health right now. Would love to grab some to restock myself, but I guess that's out of the question for the time being. Okay. I love this sort of library-themed area, and this platform just, again, this whole thing screams Quake, except this is a lot more, I feel like this is more detailed than OG Quake was. The lighting, of course, you know, the original version of Quake did not have colored lighting. I think that was one of the special features of Quake 2. And those imps are standing there with their back to me. I don't know what that's all about, but I'm not going to argue if they don't wake up, because I've already got enough problems to deal with as it is. Oof, man. I wish the performance of this was better, but it is what it is. I also feel like I must be missing out on something with the lighting. I'm going to just put this on pause real quick and kind of mess around with it. I will see you in just a second. You won't notice that I'm gone, but... Hello, it's me again. Yes, the music has changed places and the lighting looks slightly different. I turned on the shadow mapping, so now we have these cool little lighting effects on the walls. I did not apply texture filtering to it because I don't like the way that it looks. If I'm going to go old school Doom, even though I'm using all these modern lighting effects, I'm going to keep the texture filtering and smoothing and stuff off because it always looks like shit in my opinion. Alright, so let's get moving. I don't know why these imps didn't wake up, but I'm not going to complain because I'm still just dying for health over here. Got some friends who are showing up to fight. Oh shit. Okay, so just some runic decorations, but not necessarily switches. This leads us back to the beginning, so we had a nice little loop. Where the hell did this guy come from? Nothing here, okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's do this then. Did not realize that hitting the use key was going to respawn me back to the beginning, but that makes sense. Okay. And let's just take one moment to see where this lost soul floating around behind me was. He showed up and just kind of pissed me off. Where are you, dude? You in here? I have no idea where that lost soul came from. I hear something. But he just kind of ambushed me. So wait, are these guys... So they don't attack you if you walk into this rune from this side, which is a little strange. Is there a sound block? Here he is. Where did this guy come from? Oh, fuck. Okay. Awful. Okay, let's just... Cool, I cast a shadow. I thought I saw that. There we go. Yeah, that's cool looking. Oh. Creepy. Creepy bones. I don't really check the ceiling in Doom when I'm able to look up and down. It's just I never think about it. Oh, it's a nice little stutter there. So far, I like the action in this map, even though there's a lot of rooms. It doesn't seem to be 100% arenas. There's some nice incidental stuff going on, but we'll see if that holds up over the course of the WOD, or... Jesus Christ, man. Just fucking end me. Ah. Ah. Man, these guys have a lot of health for like annoying little flying enemies that shoot homing projectiles at you. Oh, right. I have not been doing so well. Kind of getting my ass kicked by this map so far. That's cool. Very Quake-like. Very Quake-like. Oh. Don't like this guy hanging out up here sniping me while I'm trying to take out stuff down here. And I hope this frame rate is not too bad in the video. I could totally understand if this gets to a point where it's not very watchable. And for that I apologize if that happens. Oh, weird. I didn't think I even noticed this door until I just came back through it, so okay. So what will happen with this second switch? Yes, give me this. Okay. And it's like a very, this is like 15, 20 frames per second if I had to guess, and then you turn around and it's like, okay. Sucks. Oh shit. Don't res anybody. No. Okay. That was not too bad. That was not too bad. And out of ammo for the rocket launcher. So, where to next? Oh, you have some new stairs, maybe. Oh, shit. What was this? Did the wall open up, or do items now spawn in when is that what's going on? I think items are spawning in, so. Ah, in the ubiquitous Quake symbol, right here. This is the button. Oh. These long hallways make the super shotgun not super desirable. And the fact that you're often fighting things that shoot projectiles at you, like the Revenants. This little bastard here. My major problem with source ports that have, you know, advanced things going on in them is I never I always have trouble finding secrets. You know, because, like, stuff is telegraphed in a slightly different way, I feel like. Can I get up here? No, that's a blocking line. Okay. You know, none of these textures are really stock Doom textures, so you don't really know what is supposed to stand out in terms of convention, and... oh well. Alright, so now we have the blue key. Let's go explore the rest of this area up here. Oh, a chainsaw. Of course. Good old-fashioned find some meat. Chainsaw hungry. Okay. On to the blue key room. A lot of lost souls in this map. Definitely a map that's almost designed to piss me off. Of course, I only say that in jest. I just don't like lost souls. You should find me somebody who actually likes lost souls, and I'll find you somebody who's a prime candidate to be put in a straitjacket. Alright, so here's the red key, so we need to lower these bars here. And let's see if we get any signposting on how we'll go about that. That's the door I came through. One way out and another way out. I wonder if these circle around. Doors kind of make these encounters pretty easy to deal with because you can just kind of cheese them this way. I mean, you know, this is not the kind of room that I'm just going to go into. All the stuff that was stacked up in here pretty dangerously. Another enemy that's just hanging out. I see there's a Baron right on the other side of this wall. I'm absolutely not going to wake him up until I'm nice and clear on everything else. Okay, this looks like lava. Will this kill me? Yes, it will. Okay. Okay. Still hanging out. Seems like he can almost even see me, and he's just not doing anything. I don't know what that's all about. A little strange. Guess I could go ahead and kill him now. Okay. No! I don't really like these monsters that just like instantly appear with nothing. You know, it's just you press a switch and they are suddenly here. Oh my god, is that invisible revenants? Fuck me. Oh, this is a mistake. I gotta get out of here. Alright. Gotta be some infighting that can help me out here. Yeah, there we go. That's the major threat gone. Really? There was a guy like right next to me who's capable of punching me? Can't believe that splash damage only killed that one lost soul. I do feel like it's a little easy to get stuck on stuff in this map for some reason. Just keep getting snagged on like little corners, and it'd be nice if that didn't happen. Right, that stupid little guy down there. Okay, well, that was a bit hectic. So where to now? Oh, still got a specter roaming around. Something in here too? Where are you? Grab that. This is why I saved my rocket launcher. Oh, that was so close. I feel like he was like two milliseconds away. Well, okay then. Okay then, there's like no friction on this surface or something. It's very strange. What is this? Why is this a... Why is there a dark square here? Whatever. Okay, and then I feel like that was the lift that was... Oh, this is not a lift. It just looks like a lift. Okay. So it was just these stairs that become accessible, and then this here. I keep trying to look at the auto map, and then I'm too lazy to zoom in on it. I don't know why it starts out so zoomed out, but... Okay. Alright, red key has been acquired. Let's do some backtracking. And I like that, you know, I know where the red key is, or the red key door is, so I just... Going back here. Ominous. Looks like we're building up to something. I don't feel like I'm gonna want to jump down here, but I do. Oh, you just get teleported. Okay, I was expecting to die or something. Is this a portal? This can't be the end, is it? Oh. Is that it? Huh. That was it, huh? Okay. Well, that was the unending. Not exactly an accurate name. Ha 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 ha. Sorry, stupid dad jokes. You have entered deeply into... Oh, this is just... Oh, strange. Wonder why it took me to, map 10. What was map 1? What happens if I just go to map 1? Okay, so it's back here. Alright. Well, that was a... Oops. Hurry up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Sorry, you know, I'm a bit impatient. It's okay. Alright, so here we go. Yeah, that was a pretty cool map. Can I do a little bit of cheating? Can I fly? Oh, well, crouching is... or jumping is disabled, but... So, what else... I don't think I found any secrets, unless they were just not telegraphed. I mean, not marked, but I didn't notice any. And then, I'm very surprised that behind the red door there's just an exit instead of, like, anything to signify, like, a final battle. Like, this is a very interesting map. Let's think about it for a second here, right? You know, so, a cool little journey into this sort of like gothic castle. I don't know if this is supposed to represent like the afterlife or what, but we have the little kind of cutscene thing at the beginning with the car crash. I guess, you know, the guy's family died, or maybe he died in the car crash with the family and we're in this like limbo or purgatory or something. I don't know, you know, leave it a little bit open to the interpretation. Then the map just kind of ends with the same thing, so that's a little strange. I like there's a lot of cool little... Can I kill monsters? Okay, cannot. A lot of fun little arenas and some incidental combat and some hallways to explore and things like that. Oh. Let's just use... Can we use IDKFA? Okay, there we go. Thank you. Let's just get these guys out of here. A lot of interesting setups in here, you know, just some fun. I think what I would describe the combat most as is a bit claustrophobic. You know, it requires you to kind of mind your spacing, avoid getting overwhelmed by these pressure units in here, and to make some interesting choices in terms of target prioritization. Very heavy on the super shotgun. It felt like there was, what, maybe like 15 total rockets in the map? So, very sparing use of that. I didn't find any plasma weapons. I don't know if that's if there's any in the secrets or not, but... And then, you know, the chain gun even doesn't really get much use, and then you're not given the pistol at all, so we just immediately start with the shotgun. Very reminiscent of Quake, in fact, where, you know, there is no weapon below the shotgun. I think I would have preferred to see some sort of more climactic battle after you go into the blue key area to get the red key. You just kind of, you know, there is some. It's not an easy fight, but it didn't really telegraph itself as like any kind of climactic battle. It doesn't feel like the final battle in the map. You know, you come in here, you deal with some cool, interesting things. I did like this space, because it, you know, again, it's kind of claustrophobic, but I feel like combat-wise, there isn't really a whole lot to draw you into this room, and that sort of holds true for most of the rooms. Aside from this first starting area, what is it, down here? When you trip this line def, it locks you into the room. But then there isn't really a whole lot that pulls you into any of the arenas. So, okay, let's go to the blue key area. I can't no-clip through the ceiling, so... How do I get up here? You go into the blue key area, and if you want, you can just kind of, you know, stand back here and cheese everything, and then come into the room once it's safe. Same thing with this area here. You know, even though there's these two doors so the monsters have the ability to kind of come around and flank you, you can draw them out into this arena, but there's not really a whole lot that requires you to go into the arena until it's time to pick up or hit the switch. This Baron being back here is a bit of an odd thing. And this guy and then the imps that I noted earlier, they just kind of hang out and don't wake up until you want them to wake up. So not much of an effective use there. I don't know if that's a quirk of the engine or maybe something I have set up. Or maybe just an oversight by the author. It's just a bit awkward. And then, again, I'm not a huge fan of the monsters just suddenly appearing from hitting the switch. I think it's much more. I mean, I think anybody who's about to hit this switch probably anticipates like something's going to happen. Like, there's no such thing as a free lunch in Doom for the most part. But I don't know. I've just never been a big fan of like when the monsters just suddenly appear like that. So I would say that's an element that I'm not a huge fan of it. Then you kind of come up here, and then this Archvile's ostensibly the last enemy you might kill on the map. Or no, there's a Baron, I guess, one more Baron. You kill this guy, hit the switch and grab the red key, and then once you're done with that, see, through here is the red key door. Yep, there's a final Baron who just kind of not much to deal with, and then you're done. So yeah, I mean, I like the map in terms of the experience of it. I don't feel... I won't actually say the combat's bad. I think the combat's actually pretty good. There's definitely some challenging fights. I think there's some good balance in terms of the health. You're given plenty of ammo, but you are also mostly encouraged to use the super shotgun. So there isn't a whole lot of decision making in terms of like what gun I'm going to use. It's just mostly what enemy I'm going to shoot first. There is some consideration in terms of spacing. Again, there's good use. You know, the Skags from Quake are brought in as kind of some nice medium pressure units that kind of almost step in between Lost Souls and Cacodemons. I like that. But there isn't a whole lot in terms of like major, like, I just had some expectations for this, you know, getting the red key and then you just kill one Baron and then you go to the exit. I guess it's just a little disappointing there at the end. And then, you know, you just step through the teleporter and then you just see the same cutscene over again. With what's such a powerful setup, it's just a little bit anticlimactic that that's the way that the map ends. But, you know, I think at this point I'm also just looking for things to nitpick. I'm not just down here with my red-tipped marker coming through and saying, you know, here's points off for this, here's points off for this, here's points off for this. I hope that's not how this is construed. It's just more me looking for things to talk about at this point. And maybe I can kind of draw the line here. Overall, I think this is an enjoyable map. I love the atmosphere. I'm a big fan of anything that harkens back to the days of Quake. I love Quake. I love Doom gameplay in a Quake wrapper. I think that's a perfect fit because I think Doom gameplay is much better than Quake gameplay. That's just my preference. So if you combine Quake architecture and visuals and map design with Doom gameplay, you can't really go wrong with that in my book. I would have loved to see more, you know, instead of just monsters appearing, if there was maybe more of the map opening up traps. As far as I recall, there's not really any traps that open up at all. So, you know, you could open some traps up to surprise it and leverage some of that, what makes Doom, you know, Doomness, I guess you could say. When levels transform, when traps open up, there isn't really any of that. And in my opinion, it's just a bit of a missed opportunity. But in terms of style and presentation, I mean, knocks it out of the park. I love this moody rendition of Sign of Evil. I haven't heard it anywhere else before. Not to say that it hasn't been used in other WADs, but I haven't heard it. I love it. I love the way that the lighting is used, the shadows of this engine here. I note that I recall in the Doom World forums, the author says you can play this map in GZ Doom. It's just the lighting doesn't look as good. And if that's one thing to say, you know, let's use this source port to get these cool, I mean, you know, these shadows cast away from these dynamic lights. I assume that is, you know, not baked lighting. It doesn't look like it is. It looks like it's straight up dynamic lighting. In fact, I don't think I recall any baked lighting, pre-baked lighting anywhere in the map. I don't think. So it looks great. So yeah, I mean, that's I know this is getting a bit rambly, so it's probably a good time to call it. But I like this map a lot. I think it's very clear a lot of work went into it. I think if you play this map, you're definitely signing up for something that leans much more in terms of the quality being towards the presentation than towards the gameplay. But that's not to say that it is presentation at the expense of gameplay. It's just that I'm probably somebody who's been spoiled by some recent things like Skillsol's Heartland, and I just can't wash the flavor of that WAD out of my mouth quite so soon. And so it's probably skewing my expectations of maps that I play after having played that. And it's not fair to compare, you know, a single WAD like this to something that, you know, somebody like Skillsaw who just meticulously balances combat. This is fine in its own right. I don't think anybody's in for a bad time if they play this WAD. I think the presentation is outstanding, and it's not a waste of time no matter what. So if you like this map and you want to give it a try, give it your own experience, put some headphones on and just jam out to this awesome rendition of Sign of Evil while you cut through monsters in this beautiful map. I will have a link to the map in the description below. Maybe share some thoughts with the author yourself. If you have an account on the Doom World forums, stop by and let them know what you think. I, of course, appreciate you tuning in and checking this video out if you lasted this long through it. And, of course, I'll be back with some more. But until that happens, take care.